I just want to thank everyone for joining us this morning on this Friday. Hopefully, the weather where you're at is much nicer than it is here, but we hope you are looking forward to a nice weekend. But thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Uh, just so you know, before we get started, just a couple house cleaning notes. This will be, we're hoping to keep this under 30 minutes, and also this will be muted. So if you do have some questions, please go ahead and either raise your hand or you can type in the message box and we'll try to answer those questions as they come up. But again, we want to thank everyone for joining us this Friday. And today we're going to talk about what a full service FMO or an organization like Insurance Advisors Direct, who we are and what we can do for your business. And how we can assist you. And this is kind of a presentation that we've built out since our previous presentation just 2-3 weeks ago, when we talked about what you should look for and what you should be careful of when choosing an FMO. And actually, we got such a great response to that presentation, we decided to dive a little bit deeper into both what a full service FMO can and should do, and what we as a full service FMO offer to our independent agent partners that are contracted with Insurance Advisors Direct. So again, we appreciate you joining us, and we'll go ahead and get started. So Insurance Advisors Direct, apologize for that. Who are we? Well, we're going to spend more time, instead of reading this, we're going to talk about what Insurance Advisors Direct does, and more importantly, what it can do for you. We are a full service FMO. We service multiple states around the country, working with thousands of independent agents across the country for a multitude of products and carriers. And every day, our team, our sales team, our administrative team, our back office support is there to support your sales efforts and to, as you can see here, simplify your sales success. And we have built this system around what we found over many, many years working with independent agents, the 7 core pillars of success that agents really need in order to be successful in this industry and in order to be supported fully by their FMO partner. And we have been doing this for many, many years. Myself, Jason McClellan, I have been in this industry in the senior life and health space for over 24 years, both as an agent as well as working on the brokerage side of the business, traveling, meeting with independent agents all over the country for many, many years. Our team has been doing the same for many years. Most of our individuals have 15, 20, even 30 plus years assisting independent agents. So we're certainly well qualified to support you in your sales efforts. So let's talk a little bit more about what those 7 pillars of success are. Here's just a quick overview of those 7. And then throughout the next 30 minutes, we're just going to dive a little bit deeper into each one of them and really what they represent and how they can benefit you. Because we work with agents that have a multitude of needs and some very little. Some of you may be in the business and fairly new. You might need to tap into every resource available to you. Some of you might be much more experienced in the life and health or the senior space. And so maybe your needs are very specific to just certain key items. And again, we find that all of those fit within these 7. And that's what we want to do, is to make sure we pinpoint those areas that are of greatest need to you, to help you advance your sales and success, and to continue to grow your business. So again, we'll dive into each of these. And as you can see, that's really what is necessary to be, referred to as a full service FMO. You may have worked with an FMO in the past, or an IMO, or an MGA. In our last presentation, we talked about there's a lot of acronyms in this industry. And depending on the carrier, sometimes depending on the product line, They may refer to us a little bit differently, but in general, we refer to ourselves as a full service FMO. But we tend to find some FMOs or some MGAs may be very, um, you know, deliberate in their offerings, and it may not be as widespread. Some may specifically work in just the Medicare arena, or some may do just life insurance. Some may, offer more in the way of training, or more in the way of dollars and less in the way of training. So what you really need to do is understand fully what should be available to you, determine what your needs are, and then determine which FMO partner is right for you. But we tend to find that most agents benefit from a full service FMO because, again, even if it's not something you need today, maybe it's something you need tomorrow, or a client situation that comes up that's unique tomorrow or on down the road. Again, that full service aspect can really come into play to help make your work life a lot easier. So again, we're going to touch in more detail on sales tools, marketing services, technology, product offering, admin, training, and even lead generation and marketing specifically. So let's get started with that and talk first about product offering. Now, this may seem like an easy one, and relatively speaking, it can be, but what you want to understand is that when we go into looking at new carrier partners, there's a lot that has to take place in order to be partnering with a new carrier as an FMO. There's a lot of discussions, there's a lot of preparation, marketing planning, marketing plans that are submitted, projections, forecasts. So it's not quite that simple as just signing a contract. We also want to make sure that we're bringing the right carriers to our agent partners. We don't want to just have a whole, list of carriers for no reason. And we do sometimes see that where, a carrier, an organization may have 2-3 pages of carrier partners, and that can be very overwhelming and really difficult to manage as an FMO. Many of these carriers, they may have products in certain categories in certain states, but not everywhere. So again, you have to be very cautious as to which carrier partners you bring on. So for us, we have essentially broken it down to these product lines. And within these product lines, we have roughly around 40 carrier partners that service these. Now, those 40 carrier partners may not be in every one of these categories. Maybe they only satisfy products in 2 or 3 of these categories. Some of our carrier partners are chosen specifically because they are in regions where some of our core producers exist, and they are some of the most competitive carriers. Now, in some cases, those competitive carriers sometimes take a backseat to a new competitive carrier. So we make sure that we have those newest competitive carriers to be offering to you to obviously be doing the best thing for your clients. We also find that in the Medicare Advantage space, obviously, other than the national carriers, there are a lot of local carriers to be partnered with. So we try to make sure, again, that we're well equipped to service you in those areas. Some of these carriers in different product lines are chosen for some of their underwriting, maybe their application, maybe they're specifically better to handle certain chronic conditions. So again, we're very thorough as to picking these carriers. And the other thing that we do with these carriers, which other organizations may not do, is we make sure that this portfolio services your clients, the referrals you might get from your clients, the family members and friends that they might send to you. So if you're doing a good job for your clients, obviously they're going to want to tell their family and friends about you. That means referrals, which are important. And you want to be able to service those additional needs, or even some of your current clients as they age, as maybe their family grows. They may have different needs at different stages of their life. And we tend to find that this product portfolio can really work well for those various needs at different checkpoints in their life, or for some of their referrals that they may give you. Or if, let's say, you're working more in the Medicare space, which we spend a lot of time developing and working with agents there, we tend to find that those who are in the Medicare space tend to need certain key products to line up with those other Medicare products and to work in addition to those Medicare products. So we want to make sure that you have that proper offering so that you can go into your clients with the right solution and not be limited. You can call one source, you can deal with a group of individuals that are experts that can work with you on case design and bring in these solutions without limitation because of a healthy portfolio. So what might be very simple is very important to be aware of to make sure you have those solutions at your fingertips. The other thing is sales tools. That is one of our core pillars. Sales tools are important. Now you might say, hey, I have everything I need. I know my product line inside and out. I can sell this, all day long. That's great. But we find that many agents are either entering into new aspects of their business. Maybe they're introducing new product lines. Maybe they're coming from other industries, group, individual, PNC, and they've decided they're going to add life insurance or they're going to add Medicare. Well, even if they've been doing those other product lines for a while, undertaking a new product, it's going to take time to get up to speed and to be feeling well equipped as an expert in that area. So what we've done is taken all of our education, all of the years of experience of both selling these products and working with other successful agencies around the country that are selling these products. And we have put together a whole turnkey selling system full of sales and marketing tools for our core product lines: Medicare solutions, long-term care, final expense, annuities, and limited medical. So that if that is something new to you, but yet it's something your client needs or a referral is asking for, we can put those tools in your hand and you now can become more quickly that expert. Again, we can limit the amount of time it takes from you needing that product to becoming more comfortable and feeling like an expert in that area. So we have a great portfolio of sales tools. A lot of these are available on our website, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But again, these have been developed with real world experience. These are things that successful agents are using to sell on a daily basis for these product lines. And we've put them together in an easy collection for you to use. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of our training, but we even have a full training immersion program to help you understand how to use these tools as well. So again, we look at ourselves as a very high touch, full service FMO, which means that whether you're new to the industry, well experienced, just adding new products, we can service those needs and equip you. You don't have to go to become a captive agent first. Again, we've kind of bridged that gap between what is given on a captive side and what is or should be given on a FMO side, again, to give you that full service approach. Now let's go into technology. Now, technology is important. We certainly have to embrace it today. It can make our jobs and our lives a lot easier, but it can sometimes be overwhelming. And sometimes the multitude of technology platforms and a variety of apps and other things can actually take more time from what we should be doing, which is out there prospecting, marketing, selling. So what we've tried to do is make technology very simple. We have our updated IAD website, which I would encourage you to go look at. I would encourage you to go register for. We'll talk a little bit later about some advantages that you'll have at your fingertips if you do register. We have our IAD agent portal. That's going to house many of the services, support, tools, things that you may need on a daily or a weekly basis at your fingertips, and nice and easy to use. Once you get into that agent portal, in addition, you'll have some of our quoting tools. You'll have our new IAD Easy Enroll for the Medicare side of business, Medicare Advantage, MedSup, and PDP products, where you can quote, compare, and I'll go through some more details a bit later. But all of that is housed within this one website. This website also allows you to keep all of your agent information, whether it be your carrier passwords, writing numbers, logins. So again, it's been built in a very easy to navigate, simple fashion. If you're looking for some marketing tools, we've got that embedded in there. So we try to make technology easy and work for you instead of complicating things. If you'd like more information or details, certainly reach out to us and we can walk you through those opportunities. Now, marketing services. Now, I'm a firm believer that when it comes to lead generation, when it comes to maximizing your sales potential, we have to look at the very beginning of what are we doing? Are we marketing ourselves properly? Are we in front of people? Do they know who we are? Do they know what products we represent? How we can help them? Well, a lot of that has to do with marketing. And we're going to talk in a moment about marketing strategy versus tactics, but we tend to find that a lot of salespeople get confused as to what a marketing tactic is and what really is a marketing strategy. So we can help navigate you through that. But some of the marketing services that we tend to find most agents need and are not equipped for are on this list. You can see we actually will help create logos for agents. Sounds simple, but the question you might ask yourself is, do you have a logo today? If you have one, how did you create that? Did you have a professional designer or did you do something on your own? See, we actually have professional designers, marketing, graphics people that will work, create logos for you, help you with business card layout, simple items. But if you don't have that expertise or those people at your disposal, that's now something you have to figure out. Or now it's a cost that you may have to incur. You don't need to do that. If you're partnered with Insurance Advisors Direct, we have those people. We offer those services at no cost. Just like our technology platforms, our selling tools, all of these services, there are no cost to these services. These are services that you earn by being a partner with Insurance Advisors Direct and having your contract with us. We can build customized marketing material. We are currently working with some agencies building out in preparation of AEP, different marketing pieces, postcards. We actually do website creation for agents. I think you can see an image on that laptop of one of our agent websites. We'll actually build it. We'll even host it for you. Or if you'd like to do your own hosting or have your own URL, we can work with that as well. Social media is a big way to get your name out there, to be approaching individuals, to be even using for lead generation. We help agents do that. Postcards, newsletters, and we even help, in addition to creating a lot of this, if there's a cost, whether it be to printing or lead generation, whatever, we actually have a co-op program that will help pay for many of these other services. So again, very unique, the fact that you can call us and we will design those pieces, we'll customize them, we'll put your agency information on them, and that way you can utilize those pieces to go out into your community, look more professional, and make yourself visible to those prospects. Now we talk about training and education. So as I mentioned earlier, you may be in a certain position in your career. Maybe you're a bit more experienced. Maybe you've been doing this for a while. Maybe you need a full immersion into a training and education program. So we have those different workshops. We do virtual sales events, kind of like we're doing today, but more focused on sales or marketing. Sometimes we'll do product training events. Even though COVID has been in front of us these past 12 to 18 months, we actually have just gotten back on the road doing some of our live sales events as people have become more comfortable going out. So we'll be back on the road keep an eye out for invitations to attend some of our live events. We do our weekly Friday webinar series like you're on today. We have our Wednesday roadblocks to retirement. And as we get closer to AEP and OEP, we'll actually be adding to these different weekly events and calendar to maximize the training that we can offer before those busy seasons are upon us. You can actually go to, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but our YouTube channel. You can go to our website. It houses all of our training materials. You can watch some of these presentations or past presentations we've done over the last couple of years. You can look at the heading, the description, and decide if that's something that you're in need of. So we're constantly updating and making sure that you have the resources, the training that you need. We do a lot of one-on-one coaching, whether it be traveling to your office and visiting you with one of our sales team members, or doing a Zoom call so that we can still be face-to-face, or just doing it by telephone. Whatever's convenient for you, whatever's necessary, we help work with you. If you have an agency, if you have downline agents, we're going to work on your behalf to make sure that you have the tools that you need to move forward and to grow your organization. We have cross-selling systems and much more. So again, we want to be your partner to help you not only equip you with these tools, but train you on how to better use these tools. Administrative services. So we'll talk for a moment about that. Now that sounds pretty simple, and I think most, whether they be full service or MGAs, FMOs, whatever it might be, you'd think most would have the administrative services down. But we tend to find, and we hear from agents, that sometimes it's difficult to get return phone calls. It's difficult to get answers quickly. A live person doesn't pick up. And administrative services, believe it or not, when we talk about all the fun technology, the training systems, the selling tools that we have, a lot of times what we tend to find is agents really utilize our admin services more than anything else. So I kind of refer to the administrative side as that's kind of like the rubber on your tires, on your wheels. If you might have a powerful car, but if you can't deliver the power, you're not going to go anywhere. And so the administrative team does a great job at putting those services and being available, picking up the phone, returning your phone call the same day, getting your questions answered, getting your problems taken care of as quickly as possible. If you're working with us on multiple carriers and you have multiple issues, handing that off to us. Don't call the carrier, don't sit on hold. Make sure you're letting our team do that work for you. Your job is to really go out and represent your products and your company and sell. The carrier's there to do their part. You as an agent are there to offer solutions and educate your clients. And really, we're there as your partner to do everything else. So from contracting to back office support, new business processing, case design, quoting, issues with a policy, issues with commissions, quoting, even AHIP certification assistance, as we've now seen that come back for this year. So any of that, our admin team and our sales team were there to assist and help take that extra work and that extra labor off of you, so that you don't have to either spend more time away from the field, or you don't have to go hire someone to do that work for you. Let our team take that on and minimize your cost and minimize your time spent. The next one we'll talk about is lead generation. Now, lead generation is something that, as I mentioned, I've been doing this for 24 years, working with independent agents for many of those. And I still hear today, I need more leads. Well, that's just something that we need to be fully committed to and aware of in this position as a sales organization. So we have a multitude of leads. All of our lead sources have been vetted by our internal team, by some of our handpicked agents to make sure that those solutions are best for you and that you're spending your lead and marketing dollars wisely. But in addition to that, we have a lot of lead sources, lead programs. Some of them might be co-ops, some of them may be free. As we get into different seasons like annual election period, open enrollment period, we tend to find that a lot of the carriers want us to bring in some of our agents, our key agents, to put in locations, to be part of advanced lead programs, new lead product offerings. So there's a whole lot of lead sources that we can help tie you into. We can even just show you how to generate more leads from your current clients, from your current book of business, or if you're getting into a new side of the industry with a new product line. So there's a whole host of lead programs. We have everything from direct mail to appointment set leads to internet driven leads to seminar leads. So really social media leads, that's becoming a big one. So any of those types of leads, any of those sources that may be able to put you in front of someone, we're going to want to give you some direction, and we're going to want to make sure that your lead generation dollars are being spent wisely. And if you're working with us and writing with us, in many cases, we're co-oping, or with some of our agents, we're fully paying for all of those leads by being a active producer with us. So lead generation, we know, is very important, and we have all of those lead sources for you. Some of our new items, as I talked about, some of our selling tools, couple new items that were just added to our Medicare Solutions Kit. On the left-hand side, you'll see Taking the Confusion Out of Medicare. This was designed for agents to be given in an educational format, in a virtual setting. You can give this through Zoom. You can give this through whatever platform you might be using, whatever screen sharing platform you might prefer. It's also something you could give face-to-face if you so chose. If you wanted to print off those slides, you could do that. Or if you're doing like group seminars, we know a lot of our agents will go into community centers, and they may go into, libraries. You can certainly use these in a live group format as well. On the right-hand side is our new Medicare guide for 2021. Now, this has a whole host of information and really is actually a presentation guide, which again, you can use face-to-face or you can use virtually. It actually helps take individuals through a whole presentation. It allows you to educate your clients about the parts of Medicare, what they need to know about what costs they could incur, how Medicare works, how the different parts of Medicare works, then what some of the solutions are, from Medicare Advantage to Medicare supplements to PDPs. And it allows you to step them through that whole educational process, right on down to offering some solutions for a product that makes the most sense for them, their situation, their needs, their budget. The back part of it allows you to collect their primary care physician information, specialists, prescription drugs, so you can go forward and help them pick the proper plan. So again, it's a full sales presentation built into one easy kit. We've also turned it into a consumer version. So certain items within that you wouldn't want to leave behind, but there is a consumer version. If you want to leave behind some of the basic information, we've simplified it so you can use the full presentation when you're sitting with them, and the simplified presentation or kit can be left behind for your future follow-up. So again, another nice cool sales tool that's just been added to our Medicare Solutions Sales Kit. Okay, Medicare marketing tools. We talked a little bit about how important marketing is, and here is just some examples of other things we've done. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll see kind of a screenshot of our agent login, our agent portal area. And what you can do, and now these are Medicare specific, and this is a new agent community site. So we are updating this regularly. We're also rearranging some of these things, but we have a lot of core items already in there. So if you're contracted with us and if you're working with some of our products, you would have access to these. So these are some pre-built templates, some pre-built Medicare marketing pieces that we've done. Now we do customize and we do work with agents to do custom pieces, but these templated ones, you can actually go into our website. You can pick which one you want, or if you prefer multiples, you can do that. It allows you to pick those, upload your logo, your contact information, a picture if you'd like. You can type in which information you want to be shown there, which contact information, and you click submit. That actually goes to our graphics person who will update these pieces and customize them for you, and will send it back to you completed and in a print ready format. So you can print those off in whatever way you would prefer. So again, even the marketing tools have been created and are available to use. Now, when we talk about marketing, one of the things we help agents do is really turn those marketing tactics, like some of those pieces we just looked at, would be one part of a marketing tactic. Well, you need to make sure you're turning your tactics into solutions. So here's another area that we really spend a lot of time working with agents on. When we talk about direct mail, or we talk about, internet leads, or we talk about putting a table up somewhere in a, area that seniors are walking through. When we talk about doing seminars, when we talk about doing, blogs, or putting our name on social media, or maybe we put our business card on Facebook and we ask our friends to send it out. Those are all great ideas, but those are all tactics. And what we need to do is make sure that we're working with agents to have a full solution, so that if interest is being generated from these different sources, you now are collecting that data, and maybe now you need a light CRM system to do your follow-up. Well, we have those CRM tools. Some are listed here. You see some free CRM tools. We have some paid tools. They're maybe a little bit more advanced if you're a larger organization. And even one of our new tools, which we'll talk about in a moment, has a CRM component to it. So you can tap into our CRM platforms, keep that information handy, and make sure that you're doing the proper follow-up. I think we did an advertisement not too long ago talking about the efficiencies of having a good email platform and CRM platform, and how much time it can save you, and how much it can benefit your follow-up, and obviously your new business. Because if you're following up more and you're doing it properly and not forgetting things, of course, you're going to be more visible to those prospects, and you're going to eventually sell more. And in addition to having a CRM tool, we recommend having an email platform. Though we may sometimes get tired of emails, we may see them all too frequently, your clients may not see those as often. And whether it be through mail, and maybe your CRM platform can still be communicating with your clients by mail, so you can use some of our marketing pieces, we can create a letter for you, whatever format you'd like to see that in. But these email platforms are a nice, quick, easy way to stay in touch. Maybe it's coming into a new season, or maybe there's a month that you're promoting a certain product. Email platforms could do a great job, and we can help you build out the templates. They're located in these. Many of these are very easy to use. You can plug in your information, you download or upload your client list, and ultimately it will send it out to your clients. And now, instead of having to call maybe 100 people to tell them about a new solution or new product you're offering, your email campaign system can send it out in a matter of seconds, and you can start getting the interest, the calls, or in some cases, maybe they're going to a landing page of sorts. But again, email platforms are important, just like having a website. Maybe you're using this to drive them to your website. If you don't have a website, as I mentioned earlier, those are things we could even help create for you. But all of this, and as you take all of these components, all of these tactics, getting yourself in front of people, and if you can feed them to one of these CRM platforms, now you've created more of a marketing strategy. Now, once you have that information, what are you doing? So for example, we talk to agents a lot who maybe they just rely on direct mail. Well, we know direct mail is more difficult. The acquisition costs have gone way up. The responses are down. Let's say you get 10 lead cards back and half of them don't have phone numbers. What do you do with those that don't? What do you do with the ones that do? What if the ones that do don't return your phone call? You see, until you can answer those questions of what your process is, you haven't thought through a full strategy. So we want to help work with you on a full strategy, how you can take those leads and continue to convert them, maybe not immediately, but over time into an eventual prospect that turns into an eventual client. So again, another key when it comes to effectively marketing yourself. As I mentioned before, we have another tool that we're introducing to agents. We're going to be doing some advanced training on this in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for invitations. But it's called our IAD Easy Enroll Quoting and Enrollment Platform. Now, this is a really cool tool for those of you who are in the Medicare space. So coming up, and we plan that for AEP, even now there are some of these components ready to go, but we plan for AEP, most if not all of these items will be active and ready for you to use. So you'll be able to compare and quote all Medicare Advantage, PDP, and Medicare supplement plans in one place. You have your client's information there, or you don't. You can actually pick the location, you can run those comparisons, and it gives a nice, very professional, easy to read comparison. This does allow blue button integration from Medicare.gov. You can also go in, you can choose pharmacies, doctors by zip code, compare plans, costs. You can even, if you don't use the Medicare.gov and you don't want to download your client's information from there, you can easily begin to upload your client's prescription drug information. This will house it for you. And what's going to really help you out is if you're doing that, if you're utilizing this tool, and if you need some help uploading your client data, we'd be more than happy to assist. We have experts that work with this product every day. But once that information is in there, the really cool feature with this tool is you can do a batch comparison. So let's say you have a few hundred clients, they're in the system, you have their prescription drugs in there, and you click that batch process button. It is going to run all of your clients simultaneously against the copays, deductibles, and the formularies of all the plans out there. And it's going to come back and tell you which ones are in the proper plan, if they should stay put, or if they should move to another plan. If they should stay put, you can, with the click of a button, notify your clients that you've done their review for the year. They're all set. They can stay in the PDP or the MAPD that they're in. And, unless they want to set up an appointment, they're all set, and that'll be emailed off to them directly. Or if they need to move, it'll tell them which plan it's recommended to move to for the annual cost. You can pick and choose which plan you'd like to utilize, and then you can send them that enrollment form, scope of appointment, everything through email or through text to start that enrollment process without having to spend a lot of extra effort and time looking up each and every one of your clients along with their full drug list. So we expect that this will be a huge time saver for agents that are partnered with us. As I mentioned, you should be able to text very soon. Currently, you can email both the scope of appointment and the enrollment. We've got many of the national carriers on. We're now working on some of the regional carriers to make sure that they're in this system and ready to be written electronically by AEP. You'll get a confirmation PDF. This is compatible with touchscreens, with tablets, and it will even save that information and house it electronically, so you don't have to keep 10 years of scopes of appointments. It can be housed right into this system, and again, make things cleaner, neater, and easier for you to keep doing your job. And as I mentioned, this has a CRM and a lead management tool component. So very, very universal when it comes to a technology platform. And our goal is to continue to build this out, continue to add new products to it, add new product lines, add Medicare supplement products, so that you just have to go to one solution to do all of your work, all of your comparison, all of your enrollments, and that's all you have to worry about. So it's a great tool. We're excited to roll it out this year, and we're excited to what it's going to become in the very near future. As I mentioned, we want to make sure that you know about and register to subscribe to both our website and our YouTube channel. Our website, you can go to the agent portal and log in. Again, you'd have access to some of those tools we've talked about. And if you'd like to go to YouTube and just type in Insurance Advisors Direct, subscribe, click the notification button. As I mentioned, we'll have usually 2 to 3 new videos going up each week. But in addition to that, you'll be able to look at all of our archived training videos from weeks past, from months past, and many of those, again, hit on a variety of topics, anything from sales, marketing, to product. So there's a whole host of beneficial information out there. So go take a look at our YouTube channel. Our Medicare Sales Kit. So if you're currently not contracted with Insurance Advisors Direct, or if you get contracted with us in the next 30 days, we'll send you one of those sample Medicare Solutions selling kits. So that's a free offer for those of you who are just now looking to partner with Insurance Advisors Direct. And that's it. We hope that you enjoyed this presentation. I hope that you were able to see kind of really the expanse of what a full service FMO should be doing for you and your business, and to really earn your business. So we value you as partners, and we want to make sure that we're delivering what it is that you need. At this time, are there any questions that I can answer? Okay, we'll give it just a couple of moments. As you can see, there is our contact information. So you can feel free to, one, go on our website, look around, and again, go back to it frequently, because what is there today is probably going to be different tomorrow. If you want to call our 800 number and you have some questions on some of the sales tools, the training, if you want to ask about some of the contracting, you'll be directed to some of our specialists. So feel free to contact us there. And it looks like at this point, we still don't have any questions. So hopefully I've covered it well and answered some of your questions. Also giving you some additional details of what to look for when you're partnering with an FMO, and what really a full service FMO can do for you and for your business. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming out. Appreciate you spending this time with us on a Friday. And we look forward to talking with you, working with you, and having a successful selling season this year. So have a great weekend, and we'll be in touch.